Hello, this is John Fredrickson with State of Pro Wrestling. We are here in Boston to talk with the man from New England Championship Wrestling, Sheldon Goldberg. How are you doing tonight?
John, good to see you. Thank you for coming out. Really appreciate it.
All right, we are here on a mission. HD3 brought us out. We want to learn more about the Boston scene out here. Can you tell us your involvement with the Boston pro wrestling scene?
Well, I've been the owner and promoter of New England Championship Wrestling for 19 years. Next year will be our 20th year. We were independent wrestling before independent wrestling was cool. So I won't say that we invented it or whatever, but I consider us one of the true pioneers of independent wrestling, at least in New England.
Yeah, it's a long time to be able to survive nearly 20 years, have a track record like that.
Right.
You guys run episodic television, is that right?
Yeah, we have in the past. We had a couple of runs on television. We had one run. There was a year on Comcast On Demand. Then we had another run on broadcast TV here that was 90 weeks. And hopefully we'll get one more before I fade off into the sunset.
And how can people keep up with New England Championship Wrestling?
Our website is necw.tv. We have a YouTube channel, which is NECW Wrestling. And you can catch us on Twitter at NECW.
Right. And what are some of the aspects of pro wrestling that drew you into it?
It's a complicated question. My background actually before wrestling was show business. I did publicity for Broadway shows and shows on tour. I wrote and produced plays. So I had a theatrical and show business background before I got involved in pro wrestling. So one was sort of good training for the other. So having had a background in live events and background in certain things theatrical, that translated very well into pro wrestling. And I loved wrestling since I was a kid. So when the time came that the territories started to disappear and the thing that we call independent wrestling now started to come around, I kind of got roped into it, and very glad that I got roped into it. So here I am, almost 20 years later.
Awesome, beautiful story. So your role is really in pro wrestling world has been as a promoter. Anything else that you've been into? Or
trust me, that's enough.
It's a lot of success to do that for this.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Yes.
Definitely. All right. Just interested to see. I know a lot of people dabble in different roles and everything. So, just want to check and see what's some of your proudest moments.
Oh my, gee whiz! We were the first company to stream wrestling online. Believe it or not, on a regular basis, on a regular episodic basis, back in 2004, which was before there was a YouTube, before there was a Facebook or a MySpace. We were putting matches online. We were putting weekly episodes online. So we were kind of the creators of that in some respects. So very proud of that. Very proud of the fact that we've had a role in a lot of careers. I won't say that I'm responsible for any of these people's careers, but we gave a lot of today's biggest stars some of their early matches. People like, John Cena, Kofi Kingston, Becky Lynch. We gave Becky Lynch her first match in America.
All right, wow.
We gave Sasha Banks her first professional match. So, and there's dozens more that are big stars today that cut their teeth in NECW at one time or another. So I'm very proud of that. That's kind of what it's all about. It's giving talent a platform. When I started New England Championship Wrestling, I had a particular thought in mind, which is to give more the local talent the opportunity to be the stars. When I started coming around what we call independent wrestling here, all the shows were done on a formula, which is you get one or two big stars that would be in the main event, and the rest of the show would be all students, wrestling school students, or local talent, and so on and so forth. So by the time I came around and started promoting, I wanted to change the formula. I wanted to make the local guys the stars of the show. I wanted to tell stories and be more of a traditional promotion in the sense of, running angles and getting people interested in continuity and pushing the local guys, because before that, there was just spot show matches. They would just have a match and that's it. And you'd come back in another town in another month and have another match, and nothing was really strung together. So that's what we attempted to do over the years, and it's been a very rewarding time in terms of doing that. Like I say, I consider ourselves one of the true pioneers of independent wrestling as we know it today.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, you guys have put out a lot. I think you can look up New England Championship Wrestling and kind of see what they've done. I was diving in the other day just to see the episodic work and the storylines going on, the level of wrestling, and then, like you said, to be able to kind of harness that homegrown talent, that home area talent. I know when we talked to Danny Duggan, he kind of done some similar things that you were talking about in Canada, in the Canada territory where he's at.
Right. So. Danny Duggan's a good guy. Yeah. I think he wrestled for us once. He said it was the worst match he ever had in his life, but I don't think so.
All right. And what are some of your maybe favorite matches or most memorable matches throughout New England Championship Wrestling?
I'll tell you what. We've got a series on YouTube called NECW Legendary. Right. It's a series of 13 videos. They're everywhere from a couple of minutes to like a half hour. And in that series, you're going to see a lot of people before they became famous. A lot of great matches, a lot of great moments. You're going to see people like Finn Balor before he was Finn Balor, when he was Fergal Devitt. You're going to see Bobby Fish, Eddie Edwards, all kinds of people. So I would highly recommend watching that. That gives you a very good insight into NECW before we ever did broadcast TV.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, it's been an honor. Anything coming up here that you guys are looking forward to?
Well, I'm actually coming back from an injury. I broke my right shoulder in 5 places about a year or so ago, and I had kind of a pretty rough time. But now we're getting all geared up. We'll be back this summer, and we'll be back on a regular basis, and we're going to get ready to launch our 20th anniversary year, which is going to be a big deal. And hopefully you're going to come around for it.
Yeah, I hope to be back. It's been an awesome experience. Everybody's been really great out here in Boston.
Well, you'd be most welcome. Very glad that you came out to see us.
All right, well, thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule.
My pleasure.
Great history. Yeah, check them out. New England Championship Wrestling. Some great level of talent going on here. Definitely discover some gems on there, like he was saying. The digging for gold, trying to find those golden moments, and they've already got them all picked out for you. So check out that playlist. All right, thank you.
This is Channing Thomas, the Natural, and you're listening to the State of Pro Wrestling.
This is Alec Price, Prize City represent, and you're watching and listening to the State of Pro Wrestling. Woo!